in there. Do have something on my glasses. Well, I guess it's not really morning anymore. Just about to hit 12 noon on the very first carp angling day. Now, some of you have already know that there have been live streams going on throughout the day so far on Instagram. A number of anglers have already, gone live and shown you kind of what they're doing or where they're fishing, or just talked about the value in carp fishing. One in particular, Dave Pendlebury, his live stream this morning really, really was an incredible description of how to get somebody else into carp fishing and what it can mean for them. Really, really strong message in that one. Will Machette did a live right from the boat. He's fishing carp from a boat today. Adam Battersby fishing into the lake. All of us out doing different little challenges. Oh, look, Doug's there. I'm fishing a spot that I've blanked in the last 2 weeks, and I started my morning off before I even had the third rod out. I had a bullhead catfish, so I didn't know quite how it was going to go. At 6:30, I did a live stream on Instagram to kick off Carp Angling Day here in Canada, and only seconds after I stopped live streaming, I had my first fish of the day. I've managed two. I had one just before 7 o'clock, and I had another at 9:30 that was just under 19 pounds, and it's been quiet since. I've got fish washing to my right, I've got fish washing to my left, but I've had no liners at all. The only activity on the rods today has actually been the fish. Both have come to my middle rod, fishing straight out. Let's show you the hook baits that I'm using. So I always tend to use bright baits. I need Zane to show me how. He knows how to catch in this swim, but even he blanked the last 2 weeks with me. The last 2 weeks, my normal way of fishing hook baits is with my three rods is a yellow, a white, and a pink. Well, 2 weeks in a row, that didn't work. So this morning, I changed it up slightly. I started off with a yellow, of course, the DT Baits banana. That was on the right-hand rod, and it is still on the right-hand rod. The left-hand rod had these kind of like off-white ones. These are silt bustas. That has been getting activity the last two sessions. I had more liners on the white than anything else. Pink was doing nothing. I changed it up last week from pink to one of the Cold Water Green Beast Take 4 dumbbells. Again, nothing was happening. So today I thought, well, with the middle rod, I don't want to put a pink on because pink's not doing anything. And I wanted to try something different, something that's not quite so bright and blatant in this clear water. So I went with the Superfruit matching pop-ups. And by matching, it means that they match, like if I had the boilies. They're just like a pale brown color. Both my fish have been on this. Because of that, and because I'm not getting liner activity really at all, I have taken the silt busters off of the left, and I did my left-hand rod also with a dark bait, the peach and sour cream. This is a really dark one. It's like a browny red, like almost like a burgundy, kind of like a Wayne Smith color, and by that I mean wine colored. So that's on the left. I've still got the light brown on the middle, and I've still got the banana on the right. I am coming to the end of my session. As soon as I'm done being live here, which will not be that long, I'm afraid, mainly because I'm almost out of data, because we did an hour and 41 minutes last week doing this. So, 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour. I'm going to do we'll do this live stream. Then I need to pack up and get out of here. See, a bunch of you guys are in the chat. I appreciate it. Doug, the left rod will go soon. I would love it to, but I have a feeling that any fish coming in from the left, I think the smallmouth bass that are on a nest over there are actually spooking them off, because I do see the bass dart out to the left quite a bit. And like I said, I've had nothing on that rod. Monster carp tackle, wind behind me. No, it's not quite fully right to left. It's kind of coming across the waterway, right to left, and kind of coming on this angle rather than straight across. So the wind is kind of pushing to the left, which is kind of where I thought the fish would be coming from. Now, Kevin and I have been baiting this spot, unknowingly baiting it together. He's actually baiting the next swim down. I'm baiting this one. And so far, where the bait's been, nothing. Both fish to the middle rod, in between the two patches of bait that I put out. So that was kind of interesting. How's everybody else's carp angling day going? Anybody else on the bank right now? I know that the Canadian Carp Society Challenge Series starts officially today. So some people are starting on their challenges today. Hopefully that goes well for them. Yeah, I've had a very, very good 6 hours on the bank. 2 fish, can't complain. Kevin, how many fish, John? I just told you, 2 fish. Yeah, I've had a great day. 6 hours since I put lines in, and I'm going to be wrapping it up soon. I've had 2 fish. I've been following everybody's lives and posts on social media. It's so great to see everybody using the hashtag Carp Angling Day. And the afternoon is wide open. We set up some time slots this morning so that you could follow along and not have people overlapping, cutting people off. So if you wanted to watch 2 different anglers that you like, they had different time slots so that you could watch them both and you wouldn't have to miss anything. Now, Carping with the Martins was going to be live earlier. He's having signal issues where he's fishing, so he may come on later on. Doug, you didn't know about the bass bed. Yeah, it wasn't here the last 2 weeks. It's here now. So who knows? It may still go off. There was 3 bass on that bed, and I've been watching them all morning. It's been fascinating. Bait fish swimming around them, they're not touching it. A bug lands on the surface anywhere near them, on it right away. And then there's 2 really dark ones and 1 really pale one. The pale one has been the one taking off and chasing away other things. Monster Carp Tacos, looking forward to catching up on the lives later. So yeah, if you want to see the lives that have happened throughout the day and you're not sure where they are on Instagram, you can go to carpanglingday.com and go into the gallery page. Anybody who's used the hashtag Carp Angling Day in their social media posts, your post is populating on our gallery page. So you can see everybody that's used that hashtag today as it populates on the gallery page. Now, they're not all coming up in the same order in which they were done, which is kind of nice. You can kind of bounce through and see everybody's different activities, but it is all there, right there on the website. Doug's reorganizing tackle. Very good. Kevin will be live at some point soon for a short chat on his Instagram at Kevin Girolametto. I can always say it right in my head. I can never say it right out my face. Maybe it's because I'm just not Italian enough or at all to be able to say stuff like that. But yeah, you'll be able to, like I said, go on Instagram throughout the afternoon. People will be popping in, doing posts. Do your own. Share what carp angling is to you. If you're on the bank, great. Little snippet of, maybe the rig you're using or a fish that you've just caught. If you're not on the bank, like Doug's doing right now, going through his tackle, tie a rig. Just something to share carp angling with everyone else. If you happen to have anyone that's never tried carp angling, but they want to try it, get them out. Doug, Kevin will be on Instagram. Yeah, those two dark bass have taken off, and it's just that one light colored one on the bed now. She's a good size. I bet you they're 2.5 pounders that have been over there. But if she's alone, then maybe she won't dart out after whatever's, I guess, bass blocking my my left hand rod. Screaming Carp runs. Hi, John. Hi, back. How's it going? Kevin, you'll be able to figure it out. It's very simple. You click on go live, you go over to the left, you add a title, you hit the button at the bottom, and you just go live. You'll see comments as they come up. And then once you finish, you hit the little X in the top right corner, and it'll give you the chance, just like any other post, to do your hashtags and such like that. So very, very, very simple. I would love to have a rod go off while I'm speaking with you guys right now. So close this morning, like literally typing in the hashtags just after I finished the live. It was like seconds. I think I'd only put in 2 hashtags, and that rod ripped off and had the first one of the day, and the first one in several weeks. Like I said, I've been blanking really well. Well, I've been blanking with style here, we'll say, because we don't normally fish here this early. The weeds have not started coming up yet. I can see the dark area at the drop off when the wind calms down. The wind's actually shifted the other way now. Anyway, when the winds calm down, you can normally see this long band of dark weeds. 334 outdoors. Morning. But the weeds haven't started coming up yet. But there's still just that like little bits, like scrubby bits on the bottom. So in some cases, you're not feeling a drop at all. But when you bring it back, it's coming back completely clean. So you're landing in that softer area where the weeds come up from. They just haven't come up enough to really draw the fish in a line back and forth like they did. Like basically, it becomes a carp highway once those weeds start coming up. But right now, because they're not there, the fish really aren't relating to the drop-offs the same way they normally would. Don't forget to trash talk Will Machette. You know what? No, not today. No, Carp Angling Day is kind of a day without trash talk. And he did a great little live session this morning, right from the boat. So, yeah, not going to knock Will today. Tomorrow, however, he's fair game. Monster Carp Tackle Plan B for the 1 versus 1. What do you mean by that? I haven't even sorted out my Plan A yet. Still trying to work out the time with my opponent. And because my opponent for the 1 versus 1, as it's coming up, is in Quebec, I have to follow Quebec rules because I can't have the unfair advantage of multiple rods. They can only use 1 rod there, so I will have to fish with 1 rod for our session, which will be tough on me. I have really, really refined the way I fish to revolve around 3 rods since we've been able to do this. And yeah, everything I do kind of bases around 1 banker rod that is the rod that I would do and expect a bite on. and 2 others that are just kind of there to try something different. And in the time that I've been doing this, really focused on that kind of pattern, the banker rod has never been the one to go. Not until, you know, after I've had a few kind of in the ways that are just trying something new. So fishing with one rod again is going to be stressful. So I need to make sure that wherever I am, I'm going to be on fish. My baiting plan is on point. I need to make sure that I've definitely got things going properly. Started the hot spot and bounce. I was actually thinking about starting at the Park Lake because they are a little bit bigger there. The hot spot. We'll see. We will see. Hopefully, I can manage an opportunity to do my 1 versus 1 challenge next weekend. If that's the case, one of us has to win. One of us has to not win. So all I can do is give it my best. How's everybody else? You guys never told me. Is anybody else fishing? Am I the only one on the bank right now out of the group of you that are watching? Who else has had fish today? I've been like I said, I've been watching the feed and I've been watching the lives. I haven't actually seen anybody else put a fish on the bank. So I don't know if anybody else is having a productive carp angling day. It would be really weird if I was the only one to catch today. That'd just be odd in a spot that I've been blanking. Preparing to go to my sister's wedding. Taking a rod with you? There are like weddings. There's usually like ponds or creeks nearby. She won't notice if you slip out just for a couple of quick casts, right? There's got to be a pond nearby where you can just kind of flick a little bit of bread flake over it. Dan Pattison, the luckiest carper in Canada. Can't get out today, but out tomorrow with Galen. Excellent. Galen on Instagram as ONT Carpin. You may actually see him on Instagram later on this evening, kind of after 7 p.m. He's on new daddy duties, so he's got more important things to deal with today. But he does need to prep for that session tomorrow, so he may even go on live with it. Tim, you're at work. That's a shame. I was supposed to be working today. Today is my scheduled day to work. Funny enough, the yard manager, my supervisor at work, covered my shift for me today, so I could be out here doing this with everybody. So huge shout out to my buddy Stinky Jojo for covering my shift for me today. And for those of you that don't get the joke of why he's called Stinky Jojo, I'm not going to explain it because I've been calling him that for years. And believe it or not, there is actually an old video here on the channel when my buddy Greg and I were out fishing for walleye and pike on opening day of the season. And my buddy Stinky, who was brand new to the company at that point, he actually brought us coffees on the bank and was in that little video for a few seconds. So yeah, huge thanks to him for covering my shift just so I could be out here to do these lives and interact with everyone for Carp Angling Day. Ooh. I'm fiddling with a stick and I broke it. I've been relaxed. I've got my umbrella up. It's actually an umbrella from Decathlon. And huge shout out to Decathlon for their the amazing prizes they provided for the Canadian Carp Society's spring SSF event. That was unreal to do the draw and see how many great prizes people won for that. Funny enough, though, this umbrella is from Decathlon. I bought it last year, or maybe just this past winter, and I've actually been using it a lot more than setting up my big brawly because I've been fishing off the barrel, doing a lot of mobile sessions. But to have this up today to keep me out of the sun has been incredible. I hate sunscreen, but I do burn, and it's not good. It's really not good to be in the sun as much as I am with, when I'm at work or when I'm out fishing. Um, and because I'm somebody who's so bad at remembering to put sunscreen on, being in not doing something about it is bad. So having the umbrella up, I've been able to stay in the shade. And the only time I'm actually out in the sun is when I'm doing a recast or playing a fish. CA, sorry I missed it. What it called? Are you talking about Carp Angling Day? What we're actually doing today, or were you referring to something else? Good to see you in there, though. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna go about 10 more minutes, hoping that one of these rods just peel off. As Doug says, it'd be nice if the left one went. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping the right hand rod goes. That's the one with the banana, and that's kind of been the key bait. Doug, that was awesome. Awesome of them indeed. Yeah, absolutely it was. A big company like Decathlon jumping in with the Canadian Carp Society, with us being as new as we are, and providing such great prizes for people. I'm really looking forward to seeing that partnership between the two groups grow. It was absolutely awesome. And when you look at all the other benefits that Canadian Carp Society members get, your discounts with Monster Carp Tackle, your discounts with carpkit.com, Olight, there's so many benefits on that benefits page. I'd be willing to bet that most people forget to go check so that they can put in the code that they're going to use. It's just unreal how many groups have been so kind to kind of help share and benefit the Carp Society. Come on, fish. I forgot to turn the sound off. Sorry. Facebook is going, my messenger is going crazy because of the different group chats we have going on today. I really, really did think a fish was going to come from the right. Well, I guess technically it did. I had that bullhead first thing this morning from the right, but both carp came from the middle, and I've seen more carp jump to the left than I have to the right. Although there was one down, it's the next swim over, just out in front of that. There was a big one that definitely really kind of, it must have come up really good and smacked because it sounded big. I know that'll make Kevin excited because that's where he's fishing next, is that swim next over. Just enjoying my bird watching, waiting for bites. Pretty much everything is packed up again. Let me just take a quick look here. Other than my umbrella and the rods, the barrow is like, that's pretty much how it stayed. I think I had my tackle box and my tackle bag out earlier as I was doing rigs or changing baits, but that's all packed in again. So once this live is done, it'll take me 5 minutes to get the rods in the rod bag, get this umbrella in the sleeve, and off I go to pick up my son and take him to the carnival for the afternoon. Now, knowing me, because I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning to make sure that I could be here for the live at 6:30. I'm probably going to end up having a nap this afternoon, but later on this evening I might pop back on and go live on Instagram, just to slightly touch on the rigs that I've been using, or I don't know, game plan of my next session. Not sure, but it's Carp Angling Day. Kind of want to keep this going, so we'll see. Depends on how long my nap is, I guess. Nobody else is out on the bank. Those who are, haven't seen any catch reports yet. Kind of looking forward to actually getting home and being able to go through all of the posts in total. See just how well it went for people. Next week, right here on the channel, is our normal live stream week for the month of June. So we did a live last week. We did a live the week before, I believe. Yeah, I think this is no. We did a live last week. We're doing a live now. Next week is a live, so it'll be 3 lives in a row. I do have 1 or 2 videos kind of set aside that I just need to finish editing, and they will go up after that. We probably won't do another long run of lives like this until kind of maybe August, September. It's usually when we're on the bank a little bit more, and probably have a better chance of getting a fish live on the stream while we're out. So yeah, probably around September we'll start doing that again. Just back-to-back lives and see how it goes. I do need to get out and do some filming though. I brought all the gear. I was going to film some short things today. I was relaxed. It was peaceful. I had a good morning. Doug's going to see about getting out for the evening bite. Very good. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can get a fish too. Have you noticed if your fish are spawning there yet, Doug? The one I had some coarseness to its scales, like they were going to get ready for it. The other one didn't. They were both really dark, chestnutty colored fish. They were quite sluggish. So I think we've probably got a little while before they're going to spawn here where I am. And I haven't seen them ready to spawn in any other spots that I've been kind of checking on. Not even the creek near home. I haven't seen any signs there of them doing that yet, but it's got to happen soon. Come on. One quick fish before I go. ONT carp, and that's why we have fish up here spawning on the lakes. Yeah, there are some places. That lake that I was on with Wayne, Nathan, and Simon just a few weeks back, they were definitely starting the spawn there. We saw so many fish. They were so difficult to catch. We all did catch, so that was fantastic. But that was hard fishing with that many fish there and actively chasing each other. Maybe it's just because the system that we fish here, there are several systems that are linked. They're just so deep. It's like 32 to 35 feet out in the middle, and that middle is wide. The deep water is wide, steep drops on either side. So, we just have more cold water here. It always seems to be delayed. The Upper Niagara River, I know some of the spots there, they're staging. The fish are moving in, but even they haven't started there yet. I've done a couple sessions on the Upper Niagara in the last few weeks, but no takes yet. We really don't start catching up there until the very end of June, beginning of July. I haven't seen the shells yet. Interesting. I would have thought where you were that they would start spawning sooner. Listen, everyone, I do have to start packing up, and I have to do the unfortunate part of bringing these rods in, but I get to spend the afternoon with my son before nap time because Daddy needs a nap. Is there any questions any of you guys have before I wrap this up that I can answer real quick? Again, if you have any questions related to Carp Angling Day, go to carpanglingday.com. Just thumb through Instagram. Look up the hashtag Carp Angling Day. It should bring up all the posts that have been going on today and the weeks leading up to today. If you have the opportunity and you will be fishing or you'll be doing something with with your gear or, carp angling related, please don't hesitate to jump on and go live yourself to share it with others, or just simply do a post. When is my challenge series matchup? Well, hopefully next week. I got to check to make sure that my son can hang out with his grandparents next weekend. And if that's the case and my opponent is willing next weekend, we'll do it next week. Good to see you on there, Galen. Thanks for tuning in with everybody else. Somebody's on the bike trail over there with a radio just cranked. Well, for those of you who have been doing posts today, huge thank you. I really do appreciate everybody spreading the word about Carp Angling Day and getting that message out there, sharing our passion and our sport with others is the only way to get rid of a lot of those negative generational stigmas that have been around forever about carp and carp fishing. So let's just keep at it. There's still plenty left of the day, so keep those posts going. If you can go live, go live. Just get the word out there. Positivity, education, get that information to people about what this sport can do. A gentleman that does the landscaping around the area where I'm fishing, kind of the groundskeeper, does kind of look like groundskeeper Willie from The Simpsons, but very nice guy, and didn't have an accent, but very pleasant guy. He even cut the tall grass in a couple of the swims here just to make sure that we're not dealing with any ticks or anything like that. He's being helpful and very inquisitive about the equipment and what we're doing. So having a friendly chat with somebody like that this morning made the day worth it. He's another person like me who, he's older. He's much older than me, but getting on in his years. And, the days of just standing there casting all day for bass or for trout, we just, not all of us can do that anymore. So this style of fishing would suit him perfectly. And now he has the opportunity and the resources to look into it that he didn't have before he came along. So, seeing other carpers like our good buddy Reg at a few other spots that he works through, and being curious, I was able to confirm some of the questions that he had with the answers that Reg gave him. We may have another carper coming in the ranks there. So who knows? But very kind of him to, as he was doing his work today, cutting the grass in the area, he actually went through and did a couple of the swims to make sure that all the tall grass is down. We're not going to have to deal with ticks, or less likely to deal with ticks. Just makes it better for everyone. He saw that I'm picking up garbage, for our leave no trace program. I told him flat out, Canadian Carp Society members, do not leave the swims without making sure that they're better than they were when we arrived. And that is a rule that I think all of us members follow. It's very important. So, just seeing that made him so enthusiastic because, one, he doesn't have to do it. The other workers he works with they don't have to do it. And, if we want to do an overnighter here, we're less likely to encounter any kind of hassles because they know we're looking after the spot. So just keeping something like that in mind, it's amazing how just a little bit of positivity and a little bit of effort can really make something great about the spots that you fish in. Good relationships. Okay, everyone, again, really appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing in Carp Angling Day and another live stream here on the Angler Files. It's because of you guys that I do these lives, because it's so much fun to talk to you guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get these rods in. I'm going to get my butt flying back down to Niagara Falls so I can pick up my son and spend the afternoon with him. And yeah, really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. You guys all take care.